तमाम साथियों को या अली मदद and thank you for joining us today. Inshallah, with the blessed name of the Imam Zaman, we will begin the rest of the session, the part 2 of Imam, Momin and Farman. Ya Mulai Mirban, Ya Mulai Mirban, Ya Mulai Mirban, Madad Farma. या मुलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा मदद फरमा या मुलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा मदद फरमा या शायर रहीम अल करम 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 अल करम अल करम शायर रहीम अल करम. The most generous, the most merciful. Ya Shahir Rahim Al-Akram, Ya Shahir Rahim Al-Akram. Indeed, you are most merciful, most gracious. Ya Shahir Rahim Al-Akram. Nur Maulana Shah Rahim Al-Hussaini Hazir Imam, Ya Maula Tawfiq, Tahid, Himmat wa Yari Maula. Tawfiq, Tahid, Himmat wa Yari Maula. Ya Maulai Mehrban, Madad Farma Maula. एक बार फिर तमाम साथियों को या अली मदद. आज का सेशन भी जस्ट लाइक यस्टरडे इंग्लिश और उर्दू में होगा ताकि हमारे तमाम दोस्त इन सेशन से फायदा उठा सके. Briefly, yesterday we covered Imam and the Mu'min. And the Mu'min as a Murid in the relationship with the Imam. Today, we will start with the Farman and what does it mean in our tariqah or generally in Islam. Farman, hukam, command. हम हुक्म पेरेंट्स से भी लेते हैं, जॉब्स के ऊपर बॉसेस से भी लेते हैं, स्कूलों के अंदर उस्ताद से भी लेते हैं. और अगर हम गवर्नमेंट की सर्विसेज को हासिल करते हैं तो उनके लॉज एंड बायलॉज को भी फॉलो करते हुए उनके हुक्म पर चलते हैं, यानी कि हुक्मरान के हुक्म पर. फरमान, the command. We take the command from our parents, our bosses. If we are in school, our teachers. And then we also take the commands from the government bodies, the laws and bylaws of the government, whichever countries that we live in. and that's why they're called Hukumran. Hukum dene wale. But in the Islam and in our tariqah in particular, generally in Islam and particular in our tariqah, the Farman word is attributed to the Imam Zaman, and that is a comprehensive divine guide. For whom? For Mu'mineen. You notice here I use the word Mu'min, not Murids. As the Farman is for everyone, every single Ismaili, regardless of he is a Mu'min or a Murid. Accepting Ismaili or devotee, righteous Murid. Farman is for all and all. Absolutely, we must understand that every single individual who listens to the Farman take the Farman according to his own understanding, capacity, in the place he is, in the situation he is. Let me give you an example. When Imam says, come to Jamaat Khana to pray, to offer your dua. But at that time, either you are in college, school, working, or sick at home, traveling, then that Farman would not apply to you. So Imam says what? When you can, if you can, whenever it is possible, try, come to Jamaat Khana to offer your dua. Otherwise, wherever you are, take your tasbih. Take your tasbih. And remember Allah, Muhammad, Ali, and any of the Imams. Another farami that are limited to the location and time. For example, leave this country. This was the Farman in 72 for some of the Ismailis in some of the countries. Not for every Ismaili and everywhere. Or when Imam says, make this your home. An example, Imam said that in Canada or in Americas. He was speaking in the time and location where the Jamaat was. That was not the invitation for the others to come over there illegally and make it home. Those were some of the examples. To an Ismaili and to a Muslim, a true Muslim, the Farman-e-Ilahi, is the comprehensive divine guide. And when you listen to it, when you read it, when you ponder on it, when you understand it, when you comprehend, then you must follow to the best of your ability, not when it is convenient to you, but with the full conviction. And who said that? Our 49th Imam in his London Farman. I use the word to your capabilities, because there are Farmans which may be outside our capability, and we cannot serve or follow that Farman. An example, the Farman of the time and knowledge, helping others. But if we are in need ourselves, that Farman does not apply. It applies to those who are capable of giving their time, knowledge, and lending a hand, helping others. True, in small capacity, it applies to all. But in a larger capacity, it may not apply to all. For example, children or folks of the old age who are no longer able to give their physical time or the knowledge they may have, or they may be living with a very limited income, then they cannot support others. Sometimes, and most of the time, when we say this is the Farman of the Imam, and we are emphasizing on a point, remember there are always exceptions. Able to, with your heart and honesty, with a full faith, ask yourself, can I do this? Can I follow this Farman? 100%. Remember, it is between you and the Imam, not between you and the others around you. The Farman must be followed by your freedom and the love, your love for the Imam Zaman, and for the sake of the salvation of your soul. तो यहाँ पर एक जो बहुत ही नुक्ता ज़हन तो सबके लिए, लेकिन हर एक हर वक्त फरमान को फॉलो नहीं कर सकता, उस पर अमल नहीं कर सकता। हमने कुछ आया कि जमात का ने आकर दबाव पड़ा, लेकिन उसी के साथ फरमाया कि अगर आप स्कूलों में हैं, आप आप सफर में हैं, आप बीमार हैं, तो फिर और अपने दिल ही दिल में अपने अल्लाह को याद कर लें। एक्सेप्शन दिया गया है। इसी तरह से दूसरे फरामीन भी है। जब हम इन सेशंस के अंदर कुछ फरामीन पर बहुत जोर देते हैं, तो याद रखें कि ये मेजॉरिटी के लिए बात हो रही है, 100% के लिए नहीं, क्योंकि आपकी कैपेबिलिटी, आपकी जिस्मानी ताकत, आपकी सिचुएशन, आपका माहौल हो सकता है आपको उसकी इजाजत ना देता हो। जिस तरह से जब मौला ने फरमाया कि आप टाइम नॉलेज का और दूसरों की मदद के लिए आगे बढ़ें। अगर कोई शख्स खुद जरूरतमंद है तो उस पर यह फरमान किस तरह से लागू हो सकता है? या अगर कोई शख्स छोटा बच्चा है या नहीं कि वो किसी की मदद के लिए अपना वक्त या अपनी नॉलेज या अपने फंड्स को इस्तेमाल कर सके, क्योंकि उनकी इनकम बहुत ही लिमिटेड है। तो याद रखें कि जब हम फरमान की बात करते हैं, हर एक को इनफरादी तौर पर इस पर गौर करने की दावत दी जा रही है, ना कि आपको कोई जबरदस्ती की जा रही है। फरमान है तो हर एक के लिए, लेकिन आप अपनी सिचुएशन, अपनी कैपेसिटी, अपनी ताकत, अपनी सोच, इनफरादी तौर पर जो अक्लमंदी का तकाजा है, उसके साथ साथ पूरी ईमानदारी से आप देखें कि क्या ये फरमान को मैं अच्छी तरह से बजा ला सकता हूं या ये मेरे बस की बात नहीं है, या मैं थोड़ा बहुत कर सकता हूं, पूरा पूरा नहीं कर सकता हूं। जो भी है वो आप और आपके ईमान और आपके इमाम के दरमियान में है। आप ईमानदारी से फरामीन को पढ़कर जितना ज्यादा अमल कर सके, आप खुद इनफरादी तौर पर उसका फैसला करेंगे, ना कि किसी के कहने पर, फोर्स करने पर। अगर आप कैपेबल भी हैं लेकिन आपकी नीयत नहीं है, आपका ईमान नहीं है, तो किसी को भी आपकी फ्री विल पर इख्तियार नहीं कि वो आपको फोर्स करे कि आप इमाम के फरमान को माने, क्योंकि ये आपके और आपके ईमान पर छोड़ा जा रहा है और आपके इमाम के दरमियान में। बाकी फरामी जो जनरली पढ़े और समझाए जाते हैं, उस समझाने की खातिर है, ना कि किसी को जबरदस्ती करने के लिए। तो फरमान क्या हुआ अब कि फरमान जो है वो एक कंप्लीट रूहानी गाइडेंस है मोमिनों के लिए, और उसके अंदर नूर, इल्म व हिकमत भरी हुई है। जो कोई इस नूर को, इस इल्म को, इस हिदायत को हिकमत के साथ लेना चाहे, वो अपनी ईमानदारी से उसको लेकर उसको पूरी तरह से कोशिश कर उस पर अमल करे और उस पर चले। अब आए हम कुछ फरामीन को मिसाल के तौर पर देखते हैं। So with that, let's look at some of this Farman, where the word Farman is used, and to understand how it may or may not be seen, understood, or followed in his entire words. But remember, Imam wants you to have a complete understanding of your tariqah, of your religion, of your lives, and life hereafter. That is the purpose of the Farman. If we understand that part, then how much you do and how much you follow will benefit you and you only. With the good niyat, with the good intention, you can follow as best to your capability. तो आए हम मिसाल के तौर पर इस फरमान को लेते हैं जो मौला ने लिस्बन में अभी यानी कि इमाम के आते ही पहले फरमान के अंदर तक नशीनी के फरमाए
Sorry to interrupt, Aziz sir. Can you hear me? Aziz sir, if you can hear me, your voice continues to break up quite a bit. If it's possible, maybe to turn off the video because it looks like you have a low internet.
Prophet Muhammad.
Okay, it looks like Aziz sir got disconnected, or perhaps he disconnected and he's going to join again. Let's see what happens.
We were about to read the Lisbon Tagnashini Farman.
Aziz sir, are you able to, okay, there your video is back and you're going to start sharing. Okay. It might be helpful for your video to be off. I'm not sure, but you have a low bandwidth and your internet connection is kind of unstable. So it was your voice was quite choppy before and it was disconnecting. So you can try this way, but if it's going to be a problem, maybe sometimes turning off video is better. But we can try this way. Right now it looks like it's okay.
Ji, thank you. So we were about to start on the examples and the samples of some of the Faramin. And the first one in our list is the very first Farman of the Shah Rahim Al Hussaini, Imam of the time, Hazar Imam. Lisbon, February 11, 2025. Mullah says, the Shia Imami Ismaili Tariqa is founded on Islam's fundamental principle of Tawheed, the oneness of Allah. It is also founded on Allah's final message to humankind, conveyed by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his progeny, and on the continuum of Imamat. It has been a responsibility. Has been a responsibility of every Imam since the first Imam, Hazrat Ali, to care for the spiritual and material well-being of the Jamaat, and for your safety and for your security. I dedicate my life and Imamat resources to this role and this responsibility. So Imam in this Farman, first of all, reminding us and guiding us that the Islam and our Tariqah sits on a fundamental principle, and that is the principle of Tawheed, the oneness of God. Meaning, there are no two gods. There is only one God in the heaven and the earth. And that is His Nur, which encompasses everything which is in heaven and the earth. There is no two gods. That is the core principle of Islam and our Tariqah. And second, is founded on Allah's final message, which is brought by the Prophet Muhammad, may the peace be upon him and his progeny, and continuum of the Imamat. So now we have Allah, Muhammad, Ali, and the Imams of Ali Nabi Olade Ali. Those are our core set principles. And in that matter, there cannot be a compromise. That is, Allah is one, Rasul is his final messenger, and his book, the Qur'an, is the guide for the Muslimin, and the Farman and the continuation in the Imamat, the chain of the light of Imamat. Those are our core principles of our tariqah. One cannot say, I believe in Allah, but not in Rasul. I believe in Rasul, but not Quran. I believe in Quran, but not Imam. I believe in Imam Ali, but not Shah Rahim al-Husaini, Hazir Imam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. Because that is the core principle. Ati'ullah wa ati'ur Rasul wa ulil amra minkum. The ita'at and the submission must be to Allah, His Rasul, and those who are amongst you, the Aimai Tairin, the Imam Zaman. And it is always has been a responsibility of the Imams. And that started with the first Imam of our cycle, Mullah Ali, and continued in the Imams after Imam Nuran ala Nur. And Imam says, I also, just like my forefathers, my ancestors, and Mullah Ali, will continue to guide and dedicate my entire life and the Imamat resources for the betterment and security and safety of my Jamaat, and those are my responsibilities. That is the Imam and the Farman and the understanding of our tariqah. If you have worries and if you have concern, then turn to your Imam. Your Imam is with you. Wherever you are, your Imam is with you and you are with the Imam. The Jamaat is and will constantly be in my heart, in my thoughts, and in my prayer. Well, physically, Imam is not here right now. But spiritually, he remains. And where do we get that understanding from? I am wherever you are. Whichever way you will turn, you will find me. That is in Surah Hadid. And I am the Nur of the heavens and the earth, and everything in between. That means He is your soul and your Nur, and He has encompassed everything, including you and me, in the Imam Mubin. And therefore, you are always with Imam, and Imam is always with you, because we are all encompassed in Imam Mubin, the manifested Imam, the Nur Ilahi on the earth. Let's go to the last Farman, which is also given in the Lisbon just few days ago. I want to begin this Farman by saying how happy and moved I am to be with you, my Jamaat in Portugal. This is a happiness born out of love the love of the Imam for every one of you. I have accepted the bayah presented by the Mukhi, so it's been on your behalf. I will always be connected to you through this special bond. The bond between the Imam and his Jamaat is made in freedom and love. I will come back to this. It is a permanent bond, a spiritual bond. Our souls are together and will always be together. And I will come back to this too. I care deeply for your safety and security, for your spiritual and material elevation, and for your happiness and your well-being. Kanavadan, Kanavadan, Kanavadan. Here, Imam using the word that this is born with the happiness and love for the Imam, for his Jamaat, of the Imam for his Jamaat. And we are bound by this bayah which we have just offered to the Imam Zaman. And that's a special bond. What we are saying to Imam Zaman, that we are your Murids, your spiritual children, and we give you our bayah. We present our tan, man, and dhan to you. Now you guide us physically, spiritually, and intellectually as you see in your divine being. Because we do not know, and we cannot see our tomorrow, and we cannot see our hereafter. So in your divine mercy and in your divine being, guide us. This is just like saying in our dua, Haydina Sirat al-Mustaqim. Guide us on Sirat al-Mustaqim. This is what we are saying in our bayah. Because Imam has no responsibility if you are not under his bayat, under his umbrella. Yes, as a human, he may guide you as he guides others, but he has no responsibility toward you. But once we give the bayah, there's a special bond, a permanent bond. And look at this word. We always be together, regardless of you give the bayah with the love and freedom, or you become stubborn and do not offer your bayah to the Imam. Doesn't matter. You're always going to be with him because he is encompassing all. He is the Wakul Shain Asnafi Imam Mubin. अब आप देखिए इस फरमान को मौला क्या फरमा रहे हैं कि हम एक इस तरह से जुड़े हुए हैं और हमारा रिश्ता खुशी और प्यार का है और जो बैयत आपने पेश की है उसके जरिए से हम जुड़े हुए हैं परमानेंटली। अगर आप ये बैयत देते हैं और कहते हैं कि या मौला तन मन और धन से मैं तेरी बैयत करता हूं अपनी मर्जी और खुशी और प्यार से, तो फिर मौला आपके लिए बंध जाते हैं, आपकी सेफ्टी और सिक्योरिटी के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल हो जाते हैं। अगर आप कहते हैं कि नहीं तो भी कोई बात नहीं है, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आप इमाम के इश्क से या इमाम की गाइडेंस से अलग हो गए हैं, क्योंकि वो तो इमाम मुबीन है, اور ہر روح اس سے جڑی ہوئی ہے. آپ ہمیشہ اس کے ساتھ ہے اور وہ ہمیشہ آپ کے ساتھ ہے. چاہے آپ ضد کریں، چاہے آپ پیار اور عشق و محبت سے اپنی مرضی سے اپنے آپ کو اس کے اندر سبمٹ کر دیں. اگر سبمٹ کرتے ہیں تو ہمارا فائدہ ہے، سبمٹ نہیں کرتے ہیں تو امام کا کوئی نقصان نہیں ہے اس کے اندر، کیونکہ ہماری روح اس کی روح علوی سے جڑی ہوئی ہے اور اس میں کبھی بھی کوئی اونچ نیچ، کمی پیشی اور فرق نہیں آتا ہے. اب آئیں ہم دوسرے فرامین پر چلتے ہیں. آج ہم نے نوٹ کیا کہ جب ہم یہ فرمان پچھلے تو ہم نے اس کو ایک رخ سے دیکھا تھا، ہم نے اس کو ایک نظر سے دیکھا تھا. آج ہم اس کو دو طرف سے دیکھ رہے ہیں، کیونکہ آج ہم کیا سیکھ رہے ہیں؟ ہم فرمان کو نہیں سیکھ رہے ہیں، ہم سیکھ رہے ہیں کہ فرمان ہے کیا اور امام کیوں فرمان فرماتے ہیں، ہمارے اس کے اندر کیا فائدہ ہے اگر ہم اس کو ایکسپٹ کرتے ہیں، سنتے ہیں، سمجھتے ہیں، پڑھتے ہیں اور اس پر چلتے ہیں. تو آج ہمارا لیسن ڈفرنٹ ہے. اس لیے انہی فرامین کے اندر ہم دو طرفہ اس کو دیکھنے کی کوشش کرتے ہیں تاکہ ہم اپنی خوشی سے اور اپنی مرضی سے ان فرامین کو اچھی طرح سمجھ کے انشاءاللہ اس پہ چلیں گے تو ہمارے لیے بہت ہی زیادہ روحانی اور عقلانی فائدے کے ساتھ ساتھ جسمانی اور دنیاوی فائدہ بھی ہے. امام یوسٹن میں فرماتے ہیں اللہم صلی اللہ محمد وعلی محمد. This is the first of several farmans I will be making over the coming days. My faramins will cover different issues and I would like you to read them all. I'd like you to read them all. The issues I will address in my farmans are relevant not only for my USA Jamaat, but also for my Jamaats around the world. So this Farman is not only for Houston or for the USA, but this Farman, just like all other Farman, are relevant and applies to every single Murid of the Imam, everywhere around the world. An Imam guides us on different issues that we may be facing physically or spiritually or intellectually. As I continue to meet with my United States Jamaat, I keep all of my spiritual children with me in my thoughts. You may not be physically here this afternoon, but you are all with me, and all my farmans are also for you. آپ نے دیکھا کہ امام کیا فرما رہے ہیں کہ میرے فرمان جو ہے وہ جس جگہ پر میں کھڑے رہ کر فرمان کرتا ہوں صرف اس کے لیے نہیں ہے، دنیا بھر کے مریدوں کے لیے ہے. اگر آج آپ ذاتی طور پر جسمانی طور پر میرے سامنے نہیں بھی ہے تو بھی یہ فرمان آپ کے لیے ہے اور سب کے لیے ہے اور ہمیشہ کے لیے ہے. یہ ہے فرمان کا مطلب، کیونکہ فرمان ایک طرف سے حکم بھی ہے اور ایک طرف سے ہدایت بھی ہے. और हर फरमान हर मुरीद को गौर से पढ़कर समझने की कोशिश करनी चाहिए, और जो लाइक माइंडेड लोग हैं उनके साथ बैठकर उनके साथ फरमान को शेयर करके पढ़ने और समझने की कोशिश करनी चाहिए। यानी कि दीन भाइयों की महफिल में बैठकर ये काम होना चाहिए और बार बार होना चाहिए। क्यों हम फरमान को नहीं पढ़ेंगे और क्यों हम अपने भाई बहनों को बोला के इन पाक फरामीन को नहीं शेयर करेंगे? क्योंकि फरमान तो हमारे लिए है, हमारे खानदानों के लिए है, हमारी जमातों के लिए है और दुनिया भर की जमात के लिए है। और इमाम हमको इजाजत देता है कि आप इन फरमान को देखें और बार बार पढ़ें, और सिर्फ आपके लिए नहीं, दुनिया भर के मोमिनों के लिए है। अब आगे चले। अगर हम डिसाइड करते हैं कि नहीं, ये फरमान मेरे पास है और मेरे को किसी को नहीं देना है, या मेरे पास है मेरे को पढ़ना नहीं है, या मेरे पास है लेकिन मुझे समझना नहीं है, तो ये इसका दूसरा रुख भी हो सकता है कि कुछ लोग फरमान को देखते हैं, पढ़ते नहीं है, पढ़ते हैं डिस्कस नहीं करते हैं, यानी कि समझने की कोशिश नहीं करते हैं। आप अपनी फैमिली के साथ बैठकर, अपने बच्चों के साथ बैठकर, अपने माँ बाप के साथ बैठकर इन फरमान को पढ़ें, बार बार पढ़ें और उसको डिस्कस करें। हो सकता है कि हमारी अक्ल गरीजी में कोई बात समझ में ना आए, लेकिन हमारा कोई फैमिली मेंबर, हमारा कोई दोस्त, हमारा कोई खैरखा हमको इसके कोई और मानी बताते। तो फरमान is for everyone, every single murid of the Imam, regardless of where they are. We should share this Faramin, read this Farman individually and collectively, independently and together. Discuss them, try to understand them, help each other, bring your point of view, your understanding of the Farman. And why would we not share this Farman when this Farman is for everyone who are in the front of the Imam and who are not present in the front of the Imam physically, all around the world? How would our brother and sister will get this Farman if we do not share? Discuss this Farman with your children, your parents, your family, your friends, your Jamaat. Don't just take this Farman and put it on a table or on a shelf, collecting dust. Farman is there for us to read, get inspired by it, be guided by it. Another Farman in the Eastern, next day on November 8th, in the youth Mulaqat. And this will be our last reference for the day. Your Imams, generation after generation, have guided you to keep learning. Continue learning throughout your lives. Learn from books. Learn in the classroom. Learn from each other. Let me repeat this. Learn from each other. Learn by doing. Learn by having fun. But keep learning and keep growing. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So what is Imam saying to us here? And I'm taking this, that Imam is asking us not only learn by the books outside, What about the Farman book? What about Imam's Farman? Generation after generation, Imams Nur and Allah Nur have guided us. And one of the guidance of the Imam is what? Learn, 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 learn. Again and again. Learn throughout your life, learn from the book, learn in the classroom, and learn from each other. This is what we just talked about. And we can learn a lot from Imam's word in the Imam's Farman. By the books of the Hujjatan, Dayan, Arifin. And there is so much ilm available today, the fresh ilm of our tariqah, that our life will become short if we will try to read page to page. We will not be able to finish it. But Imam saying, learn from the books, learn in the classroom, like such as this one, learn from each other, like we are here, or you can do that amongst your family. Learn by doing it. Action must follow your talk, your words must be followed by action. Also, learn by having fun. It does not have to be a dry learning. It can be a fun learning. Because ilm gives you peace of mind, happiness. As you understand ilm, you will have fun reading those books. But keep learning. Keep learning and keep growing. Inshallah, please recite the Holy Salawat, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. तो यहाँ पर हम रोकते हैं और आपने अच्छी तरह से दोनों ज़बानों में देख लिया कि फरमान किस तरह से है और किस तरह से हमें उसको पढ़ना है, समझना है और इंशाअल्लाह आगे बढ़ना है इसके अंदर.